Welcome to our Sunny Days special news coverage. My name is Aidan Cash and I will present the news for you today and to all citizens of America and the world. We can proudly announce today that a major milestone has been accomplished as US, the United States of America, has declared the most habitable system, which is the nearest Earth, as theirs. They call it the American affiliation, and we have settled an extra solar world, New Virginia. After major pressure on President Clark and the Clark administration, we have finally accomplished it, and we are now finally surpassed China as the space race is heating up. Hello, I am Conrad Miller of the News Stars and Moons news channel. I will be your news host today, and today we are going to continue our live coverage of the shocking situation unfolding in Japan right now, where a turbo train subway has just been the target of what is likely a major terrorist attack. We do not know yet entirely who is behind it, but we suspect that it is a group of a fanatical group who opposes what they consider Japan's unnecessary expansion of territory within the recent years. They call themselves anti-imperialists. This fanatical group has been active in the recent years, but we have never done anything this major. Of course, we do not yet know if they are behind this deadly attack. More than 2,000 are feared dead, and apparently, according to our estimates, more than 6,000, maybe nearly 7,000, are wounded in what has to be one of the most major terrorist attacks of modern times. So it shall have been a bombing of a turbo train subway in Tokyo. It shall have been some loud explosions heard, and many thousands of dead, and there are most likely thousands wounded. So this shocking situation has brought the attention of the entire world, or the news channel, and my empathy and warmth and heart goes out to all victims and all relatives of victims and survivors of this deadly incident. As this story is dominating the news picture today, and President Clark is soon expected to give her address and to give her reaction to this awful situation. We are also getting reports that subway security for turbo train subway stations and high-tech train stations and subways and airports and spaceports are going to be upgraded. The security is going to be upgraded for all ports all across the world following this incident, to ensure that this will not happen again in any other country. Anyway, so keep yourself updated, and we are going to continue following what is a developing news story. Thank you. You are watching Sunny Days special coverage. My name is Aidan Cash, and in today's news we have this to tell you. So just recently, a paper by Charles Wilson of England, which was released 1.5 years ago, was just dismissed by intellectuals and academics within the scientific community, proclaiming what there may still be living alien civilizations out there. Of course, we already know about the supposedly long extinct ancient species after the discovery of their ruins and remains in the 2160s. But his claim is that there may still be living, breathing alien civilizations out there, a claim which ever since humanity's discovery of an extinct species in 2160s has been controversial, as humanity has scoured the nearby systems and found no sign of any other life aside from the ancients, of course. Still, he claims that humanity shouldn't be so quick to dismiss that there may still be alien civilizations near us. In other news, China and the United States of America has increasingly entered a competition in space, which many are saying is starting to resemble a Cold War in space between the two resurging superpowers. President Clark, who during her election campaign was accused of being a crony for the Chinese government, are now increasingly taking a tough on China approach as he seeks to mark America's dominance in both the world and in space. In other news, the Terranist and former male presidential candidate of the 2188 election, Brandon Cook, has endorsed, apologies, we are just getting in his name now, he has endorsed apologies to us viewers out there for this delay. We're not getting up the coverage. We're not getting up the birds on screen, but he has at least endorsed a populist or a candidate who he hopes to become the nominee of his independent Unite the Earth party, a populist Terranist party which wants to put focus away from space and more focus on Earth. With Brandon Cook being considered by most way too old for running for election, he has instead embraced Jasper Maxwell as nominee. And Jasper Maxwell is one of the employees of Advanced Tech and has formerly worked in one of Brandon Cook's Advanced Tech's subsidiary companies. And Jasper Maxwell, has also is also actually a former representative congressman from the state of Florida. He has some quite extremist visions for what the America and the world should be, and he is expected to become the Unite the Earth nominee next year. He is widely considered a long-shot candidate to win election. However, he hasn't just received the backing of Brandon Cook, he has also received the backing of South Carolina local congressman and conspiracy theorist Charlie French, who has increasingly supported Cook's and Maxwell's views, but is considered a little more moderate in comparison. So that was today's news event. To all you dear citizens out there, have a magnificent day. Good evening to all you viewers out there. Hope you're enjoying the March letter. I am Conrad Miller and I will be your news host today for the News Stars and Moon's news channel, which you are currently watching. Thank you for watching, by the way. Hope everyone is having a good evening. So we're just getting the damage assessment from the recent hurricane Liam, which struck the US East Coast recently. where over 200, possibly nearly 300 are found dead and nearly 500 was wounded. And there's also now being some estimates, damage estimates, of the hurricane and what it will cost to rebuild after Hurricane Laia struck. In other news, apologies, I will just have to get up the other news. So in other news, President Clark is increasingly struggling in polls as she heads into election year and as she attempts to become the first president to be re-elected in 20 years. A few years ago, many thought she was likely to be able to accomplish this, but now many fear that she will become the fourth one-term president in a row. With the soft traditionalist Calvin Brown being considered likely to be her opponent. And Calvin Brown, of course, is the senator from New Jersey, and he is seeming likely to now clinch his party's nomination. He is also, of course, the former founder and CEO of Advanced Tech, and he has a big name in the world and in America. And many now, at least if polls and experts are to believe it, believe he may be likely to become the next president, and that he may be on course to defeat President Clark later this year. Many believe that Brown would be better suited to the office now that America and the world is in an increasingly tense race in space, with Clark's radical futurist visions being considered a little wrong for the current climate and situation, and with President Clark now increasingly struggling to sell her visions to the public, as she has attempted to take an even more radical approach to her current campaign, but some now believe that has been a huge mistake. As Kenson nostalgia is sweeping the country, many believe that Brown, who was formerly Kenson's primary opponent in 2196, is increasingly likely to both clinch his party's nomination, which he in practice has already done actually, and also become the clear favorite to win the election and become the next president. So we'll see where this race and election ends up, and whether Clark can turn the boat around and win re-election, or whether indeed Brown will be our next president. Thank you for watching New Stars and Moons Vision.